Hello, you lovelies. Welcome to KoiCast. I am Koi Jandro, a Bostonian who loves pop culture, comic books, and people. Here with me, as ever, is the great Jake Lloyd Bacon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited for this week's episode for a few reasons.
I'm confused, intrigued, and ready.
That's
how I like to live.
I got a little thing that I want to do.
I like living confused, intrigued, and ready.
I like to consider myself a pretty adept creative producer.
I agree.
We've played when we did Stump Spiders Man. I feel like it was put together in a way that I was confident about.
It was a great game.
I have a little thing that I want to do today. Not as confident about it.
Oh,
and that's what I am kind of excited.
Good to take risks.
Yeah.
It's important.
I want to dip a toe into something that I'm hoping the listeners will take and then run with.
It's on you, listeners.
But that's not till later.
Okay, I'm already.
So listen, last week we talked all about how reality TV is not good, and we just totally did the reality TV thing where we said, on today's episode, later on.
Stay tuned. Does she slap Billy? How does Billy react? Find out after 4 commercial breaks.
I think Billy slaps her back.
I think Billy slaps her back. That Billy's a bitch. All right, you lovelies. Let's get into this. Is a hot and hotline heavy week.
Wait, didn't we just get some breaking news, though?
Breaking news.
From a week ago?
I didn't know if I should or not. Breaking news from a week ago. Reportedly, Walter Hamada, who is the chief officer of DC Films, will be leaving after Black Adam. Now, Black Adam is out in November. It does kind of track to leave at the end of the year.
It could be just a simple contract was up.
Could be.
But generally, that's not how film and television... No. That's not how film and television contracts work.
Right.
It's not like they're performers signed to an annual deal. It's
usually like
picture deal.
Yeah.
Which maybe this was the end of this picture.
But then that'd be weird if Shazam... it's strange. It is strange.
No. Strange is Marvel.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's Fate. No, that's mean to say, but it is Dr. Fate. But yeah, Walter Hamada, this news broke, and it's still developing as we record this, but Walter Hamada who took over... after Jeff Johns and basically shepherded in some of the stuff I enjoy. He was integral, it seems, to Peacemaker and to this darker way they're going. So I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll see. By the time we record again, who knows? Will it be one singular brother? Is it just one Warner brother by the time we get back? We'll find out. Stay tuned for 5 commercial breaks. Will Billy slap Discovery Plus? But in the meantime, let's check out your hotline calls because it is a hot and hotline heavy week. Who we got first?
First on the hotline is whoever called 818-794-0722. That's how you can call and have your voice heard like these folks.
Hi, KoiCast. This is Mask Llama of the legendary Fighting Federation. And first off, if you have never called the hotline before, you really need to. That message that you get is fantastic. Second of all, I am driving back from Gen Con, the board game convention that takes place in Indianapolis. It is a giant board game convention, and yes, I am pulled over at a parking lot if anybody is concerned. But I was thinking while I was there that there are so many giant, promotional material things that become landmarks for the weekend. I had one friend to meet me at the Sheepmobile for Catan. I had another friend meet me at the giant inflatable mech. And a third friend we met at the giant dragon made out of balloons. And I know y'all do the Comic Cons and things. I've never done a Comic Con. Are there all any, really weird, giant promotional things that stick out? Or just decorations, ornaments, anything of that nature? Well, that kind of come to mind. I'd be curious if there was any. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. Bye.
There are...
All right, hang up. There we go.
I'm totally leaving. I usually edit.
It's got a stack.
I usually edit those little things out at the end. No,
I like his battle. I like his lost battle to hanging up the phone. But that means he was safely on the side of the road while he's fighting this. That said, we are proud of that external outgoing message. What's funny is when we first recorded that, we both thought it was funny, but I think we both assumed that only we thought it was funny.
This is going to get old real quick.
Yeah, but apparently a year and a half deep, people still going strong. That being said, I think...
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, yeah, I hope 5 years from now you guys still enjoy that outgoing. That being said, I think Comic-Con is made of those things. I love how insane and absurd the landmarks become. I think my personal current favorite is only because I never expected it to be a staple, and now I think of it alongside Comic-Con, is giant 70-foot Nathan Fillion. The Rookie was not a show I expected to last.
Wait, I loved that show.
Yep. Still on.
Did not I don't think I went to Comic-Con when it was being promoted.
So 2019, a giant 70-foot Nathan Fillion was on Petco Park.
Was it inflated? What
No,
was
it was the whole side. It was
a banner.
It was
I know that big one.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, it is literally like the big skyscraper one.
It's as big as it can get, and it's giant Nathan Fillion, which is very funny because Nathan Fillion is like one of the kings of Comic-Con. But it's funny when you like know that circle of nerds and you land at San Diego and there's a giant Nathan Fillion like watching over you in this like Uatu-esque manner because he's staring right at the convention center.
Sure.
So I remember in 2019 being like, that's really ominous but perfect.
Wait, that was 2019?
It was the last Comic-Con.
All right.
Before this one.
I just realized that I confused the Rookie with the one where he was the writer and he was
that's
with a cop show.
But he did another cop show called The Rookie.
Okay,
which was the newest one.
I was like, there's no way that was 2019 because that show was so long ago.
You were talking about was like 2012.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this was before I went to.
What is it? The Pretender.
Man, it drives me crazy. That was a good show though.
People loved it.
It
was post Firefly.
Way post that. Yeah.
Pre The Rookie.
Oh my gosh, what was it called? It's gonna drive me crazy.
Procedural, the Pretender, the Impersonator.
I like the idea that people are screaming at us right now.
Yeah, they are.
What was it called? He was so good. He had like the daughter and he was like the badass chick cop.
Molly was on this show as the daughter.
Yeah. And there was a really fun episode where it was Halloween and he dressed up like Mal from Firefly.
Yes, that's right.
And his daughter was like, "The hell are you supposed to be?" He's like, "I'm a space pirate."
I love that.
That
show?
one. Anyways,
I was gonna look it up. Anyways, he's got a new show called The Rookie. 2019 giant banner.
Okay.
So what's funny is
I guess I either didn't go or 2019, which I think I did. Or I
just didn't look right.
Or I don't remember it.
You don't like Invincible. You didn't look up.
You know what?
People
in fairness, though, the big giant. See, I don't think of that as what he's talking about.
But there's a continuation of this story.
Continue.
Is 2019? I didn't know The Rookie was still on until 2022. I went to Comic-Con, and I don't know if they even changed it because I'm pretty sure it's the same image. There's a giant Nathan Fillion.
Maybe they just left it up all year round
for 3 years. So I got greeted to a giant Nathan Fillion at Petco Park, and now it feels like a staple. And now I hope it's like the Sitco sign in Boston, where like even when the show is canceled, they keep up the banner because like Sitco doesn't really exist as a gas station. But in the 70s, there was a giant Sitco gas station sign that literally you can see from like 3 corners of Boston. It's huge. And it became a staple of Boston to the point where it's now a landmark, and Boston bought it. So the Sitco sign is privately owned by the city of Boston. So if you're from Boston, I actually have a shirt that's the Sitco sign, but it says Boston instead of Sitco. And if you're from Boston, it's the only way you understand what that shirt means at all. And I often see like townies like, "Oh, dude, I love your shirt." And it's like an inside joke.
Right.
So I would love if The Rookie becomes San Diego's Petco Park Sitco sign. Long answer, but it means a lot to me.
I love that. I don't know, though, that it is what he's talking about because it's hard to be like, meet me by the giant Nathan Fillion because it's like,
see it from anywhere.
Sure, but it's not. I think I would argue that's too big.
Oh, that's fair. Like it's so much Nathan Fillion.
But it's also like, well, I could see it. Where
Much
are
like Nathan,
you?
very tall.
It's actually a life size.
It was actually just Nathan waiting for Comic-Con to start.
So there have been so many throughout the years.
There was a giant Ozzy this year, which is weird because you don't think of Ozzy Osbourne as Comic-Con. He was there for some reason.
I would not be surprised if he's like, there's a comic book that he's got to like put his name on or something.
Yeah.
But anyways, the thing that I remember the most,
him and Todd McFarlane are doing a comic. You just jogged my memory.
There it is.
There it is. That's why he was there.
Excuse me while I take a sip of this coffee. So the thing that I remember the most is going to be the most shocking answer for me. So, and by the way, I do recall like there was a giant awesome Godzilla one year that I was like, that's fucking cool. They for years and years, there's always been like a Transformer somewhere. I remember the son of, what was it? It was the animated Fox show that was half animated, half live action. Son of, and it was like oh damn it!
We're not going with names.
Do you remember the show I'm talking about?
I do. I don't remember the name at all.
Right. Yeah.
It's even further than Nathan Fillion's the blah blah.
Sure. You're right.
Remember the life-size Smaug inside? Remember that giant Smaug?
That was legit.
That was dope.
That was legit. But anyways, when that son of whatever that show was that had Tim Robbins and Cheryl Hines, and that was a fantastic show. When they had like a whole thing set up where you can go and like jump down this big slide, and they had like this giant thing of him with the sword. Yeah. It's like a He-Man knockoff, whatever his name was. That was fine. But the one thing that stands out to me that I just remember thinking like, shit, this is really cool. It was to promote Batman versus Superman. It was the giant Superman statue that's in the movies.
Yep, that was awesome.
That was spray painted.
Yep,
with
that was a really clever
with like liar and killer, but it was enormous and it was really, really, really imposing.
Yep.
And I remember thinking to myself, shit, I wish I thought this movie was going to be any good. Because this, and at that point I was like, Man of Steel was so bad. I wanted it to be good, you know, and I like Ben Affleck. I was like, maybe Ben Affleck's gonna be great. He's gonna save this movie.
But
maybe Ben Affleck
cool.
co-wrote it, and we don't know. You know, like
he directed it in secret.
But that was. Do you remember that? It was across the street from that fish and chips place. That's, by the way, just went under like 2 weeks ago. That, you know, that iconic little restaurant that's in the middle of that little island. Yeah, so it's in between. Because you know how you have to cross the one road to that little island.
Or by Hard Rock.
And then you have to cross, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not that far. It's the
one
that's
to the left. Yeah,
I think it's the one that's like right in next to that little island. I think it was called like something fish and chips.
Did it close before Comic-Con?
No, like last week.
No.
Like last week people were posting like, oh, this company, they went out of business.
That was their last hurrah?
And which is crazy because you would think that they would have made enough money that weekend.
Maybe they were so in debt.
Probably.
They hoped that would.
Anyway, so it was across from that. So what was cool about it was that it wasn't right in the middle.
Yeah.
It wasn't the sort of thing that like you'll never get close to.
Right.
Because it was just, you know, in the central area and they didn't want anybody congregating around it. It was kind of like off to the side. And it was just so imposing. And it was lit. And by the way, I didn't see it until nighttime.
That's sick.
So it was lit.
It
was lit. And the giant spray paint. I remember thinking like, God, this is cool. This giant stone black Superman with all completely spray painted. I remember just thinking like that was cool. Like that to me like really stuck out as like a big thing.
That's a great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's perfectly Comic-Con.
And there's been so many things like that, but that's the one that was the first thing that came to my mind.
The show was called Castle.
You son of a bitch, because that was his name.
Yep. Wasn't getting closer to
Frank Castle, I almost called.
Oh wow. Good old Frank Castle.
Damn it.
Yep. There it is. Now we got that. I had to look it up.
I'm so glad. Oh, you did.
I was too frustrated. It wasn't gonna.
I appreciate that.
In the same phone call, I was gonna leave this phone call. All right. Speaking of phone calls, we got another one.
What's up, Coy and producer Jake? This is Sean from upstate New York, a longtime listener, first-time caller. First off, Coy, I've been listening to you since the Marvel movie news days, and I just want to say, back in those days, I was going through a real difficult time in life, dealing with a lot of loss and things like that. And your show and Collider Heroes, before you eventually joined on, which I found out because of you, because you guested on that show, really helped me through that time. So I just wanted to say thank you for that, and thank you for the positive outlook you bring to the pop culture world in general. And another big thank you is that during the pandemic, I work in the music industry, and obviously in the pandemic, the music industry shut down, and I started a podcast during that that's still ongoing. It's called Metalcore Nerds, and it combines the world of alternative heavy music and pop culture. I bring on guests from that sphere, and we talk about pop culture. So your podcast was a big inspiration for that and how it's still going and continuing and thriving. So thanks again for that. But for my question, sorry if that was way too long. Now we got Avengers 5 and 6 coming up. Who do you think is going to be the Avengers lineup? Now, I want you guys both to pick your own teams. And they can be obviously from people that have already been newly introduced, but you also have the multiverse. So if you can put some multiversal people within it, who would you put in it? Who would be your 6, each team? May the best man win. Thanks, guys.
Okay, first of all, you can have as long a message you like. You're saying nice things. Appreciate it, man. I'm so honored I was able to help, man. That honestly, Jake and I were talking about literally 10 minutes ago, talking about burnout, and I'm so tired, and it's so much. But every time I hear anything like that, it's all worth it. Like truly, it means the world that any of this that we do has any actual tangible merit. That means a lot.
Yeah, and go check out Metalcore Nerds.
Yeah, I know your social media, so I appreciate
Nerds.
you, man. Thank you very much.
So he wants us to create the new Avengers. So I'm assuming that's like characters from the movies we've seen.
Yes.
It's not like, oh, I'm going to bring in this person that's
Squirrel
not there.
Girl.
It's got to be people who we've seen.
Because
here's my question.
Here's
my question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to draft the same people? Because I think we have to have some crossover.
If it's only 6, I imagine we would want to be exclusive.
All right.
Because there's like 30.
Okay, well then...
Who goes first?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
then
2
we
out
have
of 3?
Yeah, we have to...
Okay, you
rock,
can't
paper,
see this. We're rock, paper, scissoring.
Oh, are we doing 2 out of 3? We're just going to the first one.
I go 2 out of 3. Because that's pure luck. You got to go... There's skill.
This is literally a scene from Pinch, by the way. Available now on Amazon Prime.
2 out of 3 and on 3.
All right, so it's
1, 2, reveal.
Shoot. Okay, all right.
Okay.
So 1,
Rock,
2,
paper, scissors.
shoot. You just said 1, 2, shoot, and then you said rock, paper, scissors,
that's
which is
the
a third.
Yeah,
but
1,
then you
2,
didn't shoot
3.
on it. But then you didn't. Yeah, but you didn't shoot on the
1,
third one.
2, 3.
Great.
Okay, starting
You didn't
over.
do it, you
Let's
liar.
say 1, 2, 3 this time.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
That was both papers.
Both paper.
1, 2, 3.
I got one.
You got the scissor to paper.
1, 2, 3.
Both rock.
1, 2, 3.
I covered
1 to
your rock.
1.
All right.
1,
1, 2, 3. Rock,
he's
paper, scissors.
victorious.
All right. So I draft first.
Let the record show that was the highest stakes for rock, paper, scissors we played in a long time.
Now, by the way, the thing is I did all this like, well, I know I have to take this person first, or else they're going to take it, and now I'm just like, well, I guess not. I don't know. No, I got to take Captain America. I got to take Sam Wilson.
Yeah,
like you can't have the Avengers, in my opinion, against Captain America. So I'm taking Captain America on my new Avengers.
Okay, all right. I hear you.
I got to write this down. Jake A and Koi A, and that does not stand for ass. All right. I don't know why.
Nor Okoye, which is a character from Black Panther.
Cap. I got Cap.
All right, you got Cap. I'm gonna go with. This is tricky. Who is going to make sure things stay on the up and up? Guide this team. Iron Man's dead.
Spoilers.
I'm gonna kick it off with someone who I think would reluctantly be a good leader because of the events of Multiverse of Madness. I'm going to go Doctor Strange first.
All right. I think that was second choice,
right?
For me.
I think so. You need a leader, and you need someone that's capable of like a highly powered individual.
Okay. So I've got Captain. You've got Strange. I also want an elder statesman.
Fair.
A character of yesteryear.
Sure.
And I think I'm going to take Thor.
Okay.
I'm going to take, I think I get it. I don't want to say, in case people haven't seen the newest movie, there are some obstacles, but not necessarily, because who knows how far in the future this is and whatnot. Right. I'm taking Thor. I think Thor he's still around. Thor is he's the one that we can rely on to show up when we need him, even if he's not in the conversation.
I agree.
Right?
I'm going to take someone. So you've got a good amount of power here. I need to level up my power. Doctor Strange has mystical abilities. Sure. I mean, it's not like he's not powerful. Sure. But I want someone that's earthly powerful as well.
Sure.
I'm going to go Vision. I think Vision. I'm going to go White Vision because he is, I think, a little bit more reasonable. I think he's got his head in his shoulders. And I think we're going to see a lot of interesting dynamic between the logic of his reasoning and the sometimes impulsiveness of Doctor Strange. I think they'll balance each other out well.
Okay. I am gonna go with New Widow.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go with, is it Elena? I always forget.
Yelena Belova.
Yelena, not with a Y. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Elena.
Not the My Chemical Romance song.
No. I'm gonna go with Yelena.
Okay, I'm gonna
New Black Widow. She's my like, on the inside.
Oh, got it. Yeah, your covert agent.
Yeah. She's like, maybe she's still working with the higher ups, but we don't really know.
You don't know. I'm gonna kick it over to I think Okoye, actually. Now that I made that joke about my name, but I want a warrior. I want someone badass. I want someone that's gonna have like the people's best interest at heart. And like, I feel like Doctor Strange is a like lesser of evils and Vision is literally logic. So I think Okoye is going to be making sure the people are represented on the team.
Okay. I am going to take, it's not even out yet. Don't care. I'm taking She-Hulk. I want a Hulk. And I think Bruce has done his time.
Okay. I want someone that can
literally brought back everybody in the world. Like he's done enough.
He's done enough. That's plenty. I think much like your Yelena, I want someone that is going to be able to infiltrate. I want someone like an inside man. Yeah. I want someone covert. I'm going Winter Soldier.
Oh, I was already writing somebody else because I thought you were.
Who'd you think I had?
Well, I don't want to tell you because then if you didn't think about it. Oh, so you're going Winter Soldier. Oh no. All right. Okay.
That's 4 for me.
Yeah, we both have 4. So my 5th, I got Cap, Thor, Yelena, She-Hulk. I'm also trying to kind of draw parallels to the original, but I am also going to now just throw a monkey wrench in. For fun, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
Oh, I love that, and I'm jealous.
Spidey, in quotes, Andy.
The best Spidey. The prime Spidey. And good old Andy. Okay, for my number 5, I feel like I've got covert. I've got someone to make sure they stay sane. I've got power. You know what? I want someone young, and I want someone to take the spot of the everyman, and I feel like there's no everyman. As much as there's someone for the people, there's still not an everyman, and that everyman is Kate Bishop.
That's who I was writing when you were like, I need someone on the ground level,
so funny.
Someone in subterfuge. I wrote HA, and then I went, oh, never mind.
I'm such an Earthbound hero guy. I know myself.
So you're taking Hawkeye.
Yep.
Alrighty. So from the last two people, I've got Kat, I've got Thor, I've got Yelena, I've got She-Hulk, I've got Spidey. I mean, I have a pretty classic Avengers lineup here.
Yep. I've got a pretty standard new Avengers lineup. Not standard, but
I'm so he said multiverse is a possibility.
Okay.
I don't know whether this is rule breaking or not, because maybe we have seen some shit that maybe we haven't seen some shit. We don't know. What are the rules of this world?
Yeah.
I'm taking a more mature X-23.
Oh.
I'm taking the Wolverine.
All right.
Of the next gen. Next gen will be.
Okay.
Someone who's got a little bit of that edge that my team sorely is missing right now.
Yeah, your team's very well behaved.
guess Yelena is sort of a
like
wild card.
4 out of 6 are like.
Also, She-Hulk is going to be.
She's a lawyer.
She's going to be constantly talking to herself in the corner.
That's true. That's not going to be healthy for anyone.
No, not at all.
I think Cap's going to be worried. Let's see. All right, my final one. Last one's always the hardest. It's like pick your 5 favorite movies, and 1 through 4 you're like, and they're like, oh wait, all the rest of movies. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I've used them. What am I missing? I need some.
There is one character who I'm irritated that I didn't draft, but I felt these were ahead of him.
Yeah,
which I'm upset about.
That's fair. I want to include. I've got a lot of street level, and then giant mystical, and then very powerful vision. I'm actually pretty well balanced right now. You know? Okay, I got my last one.
Okay.
Not thrilled with how she's been handled on screen quite so far.
Okay.
But the second appearance of her was better than the first. And I do think that she's going to be a scene stealer in this third movie, regardless of some of her in real life interactions with people. I'm going to go with the Wasp. I think I want my powerhouse able to get in and be like, because imagine a giant man Wasp with her actual fighting abilities.
Right.
No, the whole first movie is like, I should be doing this instead of you. And then they don't. And then the second movie, they fix it.
Right.
I'm going Wasp.
I like that. The person that I was referring to that I was like, we're going to be upset we didn't do was Ant-Man.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
This makes up for that.
Yep.
I just want to say, now that we both have our teams of 6, Shang-Chi's not in here. Who's
definitely the new lead Avenger. Like, there's no way he's not.
I feel like if anything, he's going to be like the new Thor.
Yeah.
If without you, but we also, speaking of the new Thor, Nona Valkyrie in there.
Oh, I love my Valkyrie.
There's so many people, which just shows you how well they've done with this. But I feel like some of these names I don't associate with Avengers, so I tried to keep it like I don't
associate Tessa Thompson. I was pairing. We both went very like Avengers.
We our comic brain took over because I went like Wolverine. He's at some point he's an Avenger, so X-23 is an Avenger, makes sense.
Yeah,
Spider-Man has Avenger,
very much an Avenger for the Bendis era.
We have Hulk, we have Captain America, we have Thor, we have Black Widow.
We went like the Moneyballed it. We like plugged in the.
But I like it. All right, so just for clarification, because you remember you guys vote, and whoever wins has to gets $200 from the loser.
That's
it. Jake's Avengers are Captain America, Thor, Yelena, She-Hulk, Andy's Spidey, and X-23.
Solid team.
And Koi's Avengers are Doctor Strange, White Vision, Okoye, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, and Wasp.
Beautiful team.
And you know what? Neither of us should feel the other one has the edge, I feel.
That's a solid
except,
roster.
Of course, mine's better.
And like the rock, paper, scissors.
That was really good. You know what the sad part is like that is like these guys are just gonna get together and just gonna rock, paper, scissors to see who's the better team.
Every
really
one of them. It's gonna be a 6 in a row.
Oh man, we should have went with Korg. He can never lose.
Oh, he is the ultimate rock, paper, scissors.
Actually, people are just gonna constantly throw paper.
Just lots of paper, and that's how comic books are made. I just picture the giant like Civil War scene, but they're all rock, paper, scissoring. It's like on an airport field.
Right.
They run to each other and then they. All right, you lovelies. That was an excellent first time call. Much appreciated, and I'm honored I could do anything to brighten your day at any point, man. I really appreciate the call.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Callum from the UK, and I'm fully addicted to multiverses. I'll be honest, Kai mentioned it, I think in the last episode, this new free Warner Bros. Game plays Batman and Superman. It's like a Smash Bros. Game, if you're familiar with that, and I'm fully addicted. It is really, really awesome. I think one of the first questions I ever called in and asked you guys was if you could give any comic book character a video game, what would it be? Because I mean, there would always just be Spider-Man for Marvel or Batman for DC, right? There are hundreds of Spider-Man games and Batman games. Now, from the last time when I asked that question, maybe about a year ago, it's crazy to look and see what's been going on. We have the Spider-Man game was massively popular for PlayStation. That's just got a sequel that's coming out next year. Made from the same developers, we're getting a Wolverine game, which looks class, a new story for Wolverine. That'll be amazing. I've just finished Guardians of the Galaxy. That was awesome. We have Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, another video game coming out soon. Gotham Knights, another DC video game coming out soon. We have Marvel's Midnight Suns, like an Avengers kind of turn-based strategy game that's coming out in August. There is so much in terms of comic book video games coming out, and it's just been reported recently that EA are supposedly working on an open-world Black Panther video game. So it's insane just to see how much the video game comic book world has changed. So I wanted to kind of ask you guys again the same question, but I suppose with a little twist. If you could give any character ever a video game, what would it be? It doesn't just have to be DC or Marvel. What characters do you think would deserve this kind of longer form storytelling? Because I think it's crazy to see the world's response to superhero games. Who knew a superhero game would be popular, right? So I don't know why it's taken people this long to make good superhero video games. But yeah, anyway, that's my question. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Callum from the UK. So on that last point, the same argument you made about superhero movies.
It's technology had to catch up.
It had no. It's not even that. It's the care that the studios. It was like, yeah, there were a million games that came out that were just fine because it's like, oh, who cares? We'll put X-Men in a video game, and it doesn't need to be a good game because people are going to buy it because it's X-Men.
Smashers.
We don't care exactly. I mean, for Christ's sakes, do you remember the Watchmen video game?
Only
that came out
barely.
Oh my God. It might be the single worst thing ever put to a system. I have it for PS4 because it came packaged, or PS3 maybe, it came packaged with the Watchmen Blu-ray.
Oh, wow.
It's the worst button masher, useless, boring. It's
because that's the opposite of the book. It's
atrocious. But anyway, so I think it's not about.
But when people do care, you tell like Maximum Carnage, Sega Genesis, like that was a comic fan.
And there are definitely really good superhero games throughout the years.
Yeah, but they have gotten more consistent, just like the movies.
But there also have been some, like there's still a Deadpool out there that's not, like there's still plenty of games out there that are like, I think the difference is as the movie popularity has grown, they're paying more attention to the investment of the IPs.
Yeah.
But anyways, so characters who are primed for a video game. The first one that comes to mind for me, and it's not, it is a Marvel character. And for all I know, there has been 7 bad games for it. But a first-person shooter Punisher seems to me,
it's right
especially
there.
if we play into like the video game Hitman, where it's more about like him going after a target.
Yeah, and you're emotionally invested. Yeah, as well
and then like with the way modern video games are, like things can kind of change and twist, and it could be about his own growth or whatever. But that's kind of
I want to see
kind of fun.
And this is doable. I just need a computer programmer. I want to see someone overwrite the Spyro game, and it's Lockjaw.
Overwrite the Spyro, like just
literally
reskin
just
it?
reskin with Spyro. I just want to have Lockjaw in there. I would love to see a New Gods game, like Mr. Miracle and the New Gods, and like dealing with like the scope of that. It'd be like a very open world.
Okay.
Play with mythology. You could do like a lot of pretty dense storytelling, but also like, he's a guy that can escape anything. So you've got like maybe some puzzles, like maybe like a Tomb Raider game with New Gods.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Something like Mass Effect or Fallout just set in the Saga universe.
Oh, I like that.
Just pick, it doesn't have to be about a character, and this is not this question because he did say which character.
Yeah.
But that is a universe, that's a sandbox that would be fun to play in.
Marco and Alana, you could play as each of them.
Maybe, or you just create your own character, or you get to play as you create your freelancer.
I like that. You make your own whatever.
Make your own freelancer.
And it's the thing.
That is more, and which is more in line with Mass Effect, where like it's more about create a character and you can go to different planets.
Yeah.
Like a saga, open world like a Mass Effect saga would be outstanding.
I love that idea. I'd also love to see a boxing
character,
boxing Daredevil game. Remember the old boxing games in the 90s?
I mean, of course.
And then you could also
Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing.
Right there. Or maybe his dad is the boxing, and then you open it up, and then you get the open world like Spider-Man, but Daredevil.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
I like when
no
games change dynamics.
The reality too is like a lot of these games are just a Spider-Man game with a different character.
Right.
Like you can do this with what they've done with Spider-Man for years and years now, or with the Arkham series and Batman.
Yeah.
You can replace a lot of you could just throw any character into that game for the most part. But I'm trying to think more like, in my opinion, what never gets credit, the best video game or comic book to video game adaptation to me is Telltale's Walking Dead.
Yeah, you talk about that.
Because it's such a spirited addition to the IP of Walking Dead that it's like, you're not going to just play through the book. You're not going to play through the story of Rick and the characters you know. Instead, you're going to deal with what those characters deal with, and it's decision-based. It's not an action game, which is, I feel like, a Walking Dead game should be. Like, that is, I would love to think of something like that, where we're turning what the genre of the video game is in a way that reflects the comic book.
Yeah, I
like
like that.
Honestly, like a first-person adventure book about why could be really fascinating.
You
have to like stay hidden.
Yeah,
as Yorick. Like there are ways that it could be more about like getting from point A to point B, where it's not necessarily like an action game, which is what because you think of comic books like we like seeing them punch people.
Yeah, like I was saying, the Daredevil game.
Yeah, video game without punching.
Mine would be, and this is probably my favorite one, next to your Saga open world, is I'm a huge racing game guy. I want Ghost Rider, and I want him to take over different vehicles, and then you go through like the hellscapes.
Well,
and like that'd be so like it'd be like Wipeout. It would be like Mario Kart, but it's different Ghost Rider vehicles.
Well, but it's Mario Kart, so it's just you just race against your friends.
Race against friends,
or is it
player?
Like,
you can go like Midnight Club, and you got to take out other demons.
Well, let me add to that.
Mephisto's the big boss. Finally, we get Mephisto.
Let me add to that. One of my favorite movie adaptation games of all time, and by the way, had nothing to do with the new movie that came out. When I say new, I meant 10 years ago. Mad Max, the PlayStation Mad Max that came out.
Never played that. I love Mad Max.
My God. And it's all about building your magnum opus, building your car.
Yeah.
Put a Ghost Rider in a setting like that where it's mostly it's open world and you can get out and you fight and it's really good hand the combat system in that game is great, but it's about the car.
Yeah.
And it's about exploring this giant sandbox. That could just be any Marvel city, any pseudo Marvel city.
Yeah.
And it's all about him, like, no matter what car he gets into, it like becomes a Daredevil. Or
the demon.
But, it becomes a demon.
Like,
but you can hang on to it. You can upgrade it. You
can make it. And you gotta like take on spells and shit. And again, Mephisto's always dogging on you.
And you literally, and there you go. Like we're writing it as it goes. In order to power up, you literally have to live on penance. So you have to like do the small crimes, and you have to like because you have to get penance there. Yeah, you have to find people that are guilty.
That's your fuel.
You have to find people that are guilty, which is like sort of your fuel to continue.
And the longer the car stays demonic, it burns out. Like a health meter, you got to keep recharging.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good one.
Guys, Ghost Rider.
That's a good one.
Let's do a Ghost Rider game. It's time.
All right.
Spirit of Vengeance. It's right there.
We did it.
We did it. And speaking of games.
That's all the hotline calls we have for the week. Kind of a light week of hotline, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Because I have an idea.
I have no idea what's to come, by the way.
Yeah, he has no idea. I have created, I'm sure there's a billion versions of this out there, but we use Letterboxd a lot.
Excessively.
A couple months back, I was laying in bed. Alexandra was like in the bathroom getting ready, doing the nighttime rituals. And I came up with this game idea. That it would be best played with multiple people, but since I just have you, we are going to beta test this Letterboxd driven game.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Solo.
In which I want you all to play with friends. By the way, don't have a name for it. So we need to come up with a name for it. That's part of it. All right. So the way that this game is going to work is I am going to give you the year of a movie, and then I am going to read Letterboxd reviews of varying star ratings.
Oh boy.
Now, this game requires a little bit of prep because you want the review to tell something about the movie, but not give the movie away.
Right.
You have to guess.
Using those two contexts.
You have to guess the movie, and you get the way that I would like to do this. Again, this is toe tipping. I haven't thought this out, listeners. You get X amount of points for how soon you get the movie based
Got
on
it.
how many reviews you get.
And there's never any
And
actors
you get
given
to
or anything.
decide whether or not we start with reviews that are 5-star, like at the top of the list, or you would rather hear bad reviews first.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
So let's say for
I would
this
call
first
this
movie,
game Letterboxer.
well, it kind of sounds like what we did, but I like that.
Letterboxing is what we review. Letterboxer is one who does the
Letterboxer.
letterboxing.
Letterboxers. That also just sounds like underwear.
It
All right,
does.
so I have done some prep because I don't want this to just be a bunch of dead air of me thinking about movies.
Right.
So I've done some prep. So for the first movie,
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reviews. Okay. So the idea being that if we were to be playing with other people, you would have 9 points on the card here,
And it
right?
drops. Yep.
That you could in theory get.
Okay.
So this is going to be a proof of concept, but I want to do
See
this.
if it works.
And I want listeners to play along.
Yep. See if you get it at home, folks.
And I'm going to say,
Put it in the Discord. How many points you got?
when you're playing this game, it helps to pick movies that are a little bit unique. If it's
Right.
like a slice of life, it's going to be tougher.
The Jake comedies are going to be hard.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of people, they go camping,
Alrighty. So
lost love.
for the first movie from 2013, would you rather reviews that are at the top of the spectrum or at the bottom of the spectrum first?
Top of the spectrum first.
So you want top of the spectrum first.
2013.
Okay. So 5 stars, the most elegant and beautiful advertisement for AirPods ever made.
Blade Trinity.
Wrong. You get 1 guess per thing.
That's
I just
fair.
made that rule up.
In the moment. That's why we're beta testing.
Okay. Amy Adams has such a calming presence. I know we don't know each other, but I would trust her with my life.
Ooh, that just threw me because I thought my next guess was going to be her. Amy Adams, calming presence.
What's your guess?
Enchanted.
Wrong. Okay. We're going to go to the other end of the list now
Yep.
because now I'm picking best reviews for this game.
Okay.
Half star, Incel Cinema.
AirPods. 2013. Is it David O. Russell? American Hustle.
Nope.
No, there's no
And by the way,
AirPods
I
in
am
it.
looking for official guesses here. So that was your official guess
Yep.
for that.
There's no AirPods in that movie.
3 stars. High-waisted linen pants and depression are in the future. So these are the sort of reviews you have to find to make this game work.
There's
Because each one of them gives a little bit something about it.
this is great. There's a movie that takes place in the future.
Yeah.
Amy Adams.
I love this, by the way.
This
This is already a success.
is such a good game. I think I just don't. Oh, Arrival.
Nope.
Fuck.
3 stars. Fuck you, Chris Pratt.
Amy Adams and Chris Pratt. Passengers?
Nope.
That's Jennifer Lawrence. I just didn't know if Amy Adams was in there.
Yep. Wait. Let me see what I have left here. I said that one. 2.5 stars. This grown ass man had a ukulele and expected not to get cucked. These are all Letterboxd reviews, by the way.
Pratt, Amy Adams, AirPods, ukulele. What movie is this? Moneyball? Is she in Moneyball?
No, 3 stars. Lonely ass motherfucker. You have one more. You have one more review, unless I've screwed up. But I'm just gonna say you have one more review, and it's gonna be really funny.
I'm gonna skip this one.
4 stars and a like. The Bible says Adam and Eve, not Florence and the Machine.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's a good review. Adam and Eve. Florence and the Machine.
People are yelling at you, and I love
it.
it.
It's a religious movie? What's the movie?
It's Her. You were right, but
I was right.
But you didn't. It wasn't your official guess.
Chris Pratt's in Her?
I guess so, and so is Adams.
I literally dismissed, and I never thought of it again.
You didn't give it. You did not. Was not your official guess.
I never thought of it again after I said it, and I never would have. I feel better now that I dismissed it after being correct.
Right.
So I would have gotten 8 points if I wasn't an idiot.
If you weren't an idiot,
but I
yes.
got 0 points.
Her. How do we like this game?
Oh, it's great. I
Yeah?
love it.
All
I can't believe how much I failed at being great at it.
I know that you're the only person here. I want to do a couple more movies.
Okay, let's do it.
Just to get the feel
No,
of the game.
I love it. I want to redeem myself.
Okay. Alrighty.
Because I would have had 8 points. Now I have 0.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. So it seems like I just accidentally picked
I like the 9.
9 again for this one.
Okay, let's do it.
2013.
Shitty year for me, apparently.
By the way, playing with your friends, go to their Letterboxd, make sure they've seen the movie, which is what I did.
Oh, good. That's fair.
And by the way, also
Letterboxd.
pick fairly mainstream movies.
Yeah.
Don't be weird about it. Okay. Would you like a 5-star review or would you like a one star
One
review?
star.
1 star. Oh, wait, I lost it. There it is. 1 star. What a rare thing. The first film where I hate every fucking character.
2013. Hate every fucking character. 1 star. Okay, that one's fairly vague, so I don't feel that bad about not knowing yet.
All right. Do you want to just swing or should I just pick the next one? I'll give you another 1 star.
Give me another 1 star.
Another 1 star. I don't get it, but I'm not pretentious enough to pretend I do.
Ooh. Moon Knight Kingdom.
Nope.
Okay.
Would you like me to continue upwards or you want to jump to top stars?
Let's go 5 star.
Oh, that's how I do it. That's how I'll do it. I'll give you the option to continue on the progress.
I like it.
Or to jump. But also some reviews you kind of have to save till later because they give more away.
Yeah, the context.
So we'll again, working out the kinks.
Beta testing.
Alrighty. 5 stars. I would like to be sad and unsuccessful in New York as well.
Inside Llewellyn Davis.
Nailed it.
Yes!
Nailed it.
That's what, 5 points? Because I missed.
Yeah. You got it in 3. So that would be 6 points.
6 points. Pretentious 2013.
Right.
Sad shit.
The next 5 star was my bed is a futon, so I'm couch surfing every night too.
I feel like that was redemption from 0.
That was pretty good.
And if I had committed to her, I'd be great at this game.
Pretty good. I also just want to read a couple of these now because they're good. 4 stars. They should have called this movie Bad Stuff Happens to a Talented Jerk. Yeah, and then the one that I thought would give it away would be a 3-star rating, which was, why did none of you tell me that this film has Adam Driver and he's a fucking cowboy?
Yes, I would 100%. Or any mention of the cat.
Right.
Okay, let's do one more. You got one more?
I actually have 2 more lined up.
Let's do it.
So you like it?
I'm in.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay.
Again, redemption.
Listeners are like, well, you guys are having fun. Okay.
Yeah, we turned it off 12 minutes ago.
2021. Would you like me to give you I'm trying to find the lowest, a 1 star or a 4 star, which is the highest rating I have for this one? Okay. And by the way, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11
He is
for this
zealous
one.
on this one. Okay.
All right. So you want the 4-star rating?
Bring the 4.
I can't do that. It gives away too much. 3.5.
Okay.
Oh no, the Emmas are fighting.
Oh no, the Emmas are fighting?
Yes. This one might be an easy giveaway because of that. Real quick.
The Circle?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, would you like another close to high rating or we'll go to the low ratings?
Low rating.
Okay, lowest rating here is 1 star. Never seen a movie that needs to exist less than this one. Half the cars have the steering wheel on the wrong side.
What the shit? It's not the Bling Ring?
Nope.
That was older. Okay.
Another 2-star rating or low rating, 2-star. Proof that a half-baked plot with a killer soundtrack still sells.
Baby Driver?
Nope.
Fuck. That movie's fun. There's no Emmas in that. Cool.
I just realized that a lot of these are a music theme, so another 2.5.
Okay.
Sometimes a music supervisor can just be your mom's favorite Pandora station.
Is it La La Land?
Nope, but that was one of the ones I was gonna give, and I couldn't find good reviews that didn't give it all away. Okay. Would you like a higher rating or a lower rating? Higher rating. Let's go to the 4-star. It's like Maverick and Devil Wears Prada made a goth kid in the form of a Disney princess. It's like Maverick and the Devil Wears Prada made a goth kid in the form of a Disney princess.
Edge of 17?
Nope. 3-star. Evil woman versus evil woman is a fantastic genre that should be explored more often.
Maleficent 2?
Nope. 2.5 stars. Take a shot every time there's a 70s rock needle drop challenge. In parenthetical, I overdosed.
Oh, I'm an idiot. The 101 Dalmatians movie with oh no. Cruella.
2 stars. All bark, no bite.
Cruella.
You nailed it.
I got like 3 or 4 points.
The last one. Well, there's only one more left to it. There's only 2 more.
Well, I knew before you get. Okay.
I know, but including that one, there's only 2 I didn't read yet.
Yeah.
And the last one that I didn't get to was it wouldn't be a Disney movie if they didn't brutally kill a mother.
I think my problem was I didn't think of Emma Thompson. I was thinking of Emma Stone and Emma.
The Emmas are fighting.
Emma.
I don't know. Pick one. Throw a rock. Roberts.
Yes, that's why I said Bling Ring.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I was thinking of the other Emmas, and I was like, did they do a movie together? So I got stuck in newer Emmas that threw me, which is why this is a great game because I got stuck.
Okay, so in theory, if there were another player here,
we'd be competing.
Like you would,
like a buzz.
We would, or somebody would get to guess first,
and then like a buzzer.
And the next one,
guess.
and the next one. No. Like you would get first. I would read a thing, and you would get to guess first.
And then the next time,
the guest would get to guess first, and then the next time they would get to guess first. Okay, are you ready for another one?
Let's do it.
2020.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ratings. Would you like the low ends? Would you like let's see what the lowest one I have is, a 1.5, or the high end is a 3.5 is the highest one I have.
Oh wow, this did not do well. 2020.
Or those were the ones that I could give.
Got it.
5-star ratings.
Let's do 1.5.
Okay, so the lowest rating I have, 1.5 stars, is when you order Borat on Wish.com.
2020. When you order Borat on Wish.com. That's a very funny comment.
Yeah, these are general. I try, you try to grab the people. Try to the people who are have wit.
The
sharp tons. Think on Mike at least if you're gonna think.
I'm gonna be over here thinking on Mike.
Fine.
Wit Borat. Okay, Borat on Wish 2020. What was a shitty 2020 movie about? Like,
I already love this game.
Okay, skip.
Alrighty. You want to stay down low? Alrighty, let's stay low. I'm trying to isolate these. Let's see. Stay low here. 2.5 stars. A gefilte fish out of water story. It's a very good turn of phrase there. Very good pun.
You don't mess with the Zohan?
Nope.
Okay.
2.5. Oh, that was 2.5. 3 stars. Even though I have now seen this, I am still in shock that this is a real film that was made.
And I have seen this movie.
Yes.
Okay. Skip. I'm mad at this one.
Alrighty. This is a tough one. There have been a couple clues that would give it away.
Okay.
Would you like...
Let's go high this time.
Okay, well, let me see what I have left. I have a 3-star, a 3-star, a 3-star.
3-star it is.
A no star, but not because it was bad. They gave it just a like, they didn't rate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go 3-star.
And then a 2-star. Okay, so let's see. The 3-star run-up I have is... What happened to the original plot of the movie?
That one's vague.
It's a tough one.
2020.
This one is tougher.
It is very hard. I also don't remember that many movies coming out in 2020.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it should be a little bit easier.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to narrow down. I mean, I loved Palm Springs, but is it Palm Springs?
It is not Palm Springs.
Maybe someone doesn't like any Stanbury. Okay.
Let me read another one. I'm going to cut out a phrasing in this review that gives away a little bit more than I would like. They thought they could package and sell me an 1.5-hour YouTube skit. And I guess it worked because I watched it. And by the way, a lot of these reviews Like, they don't seem to be inherent. Like, that's 2 stars, but it's still like, yeah, it worked. They launched
Pop
it.
star, never stop, never stop.
Nope. That was not 2020. Alrighty. I have one that is going to potentially give it away.
Okay.
Alrighty. There's nothing wrong with a nice Jewish boy, 3 stars. And then another 3-star, which is my favorite review of the whole thing.
I give up.
3 stars if Captain America was played by Seth Rogen.
Oh, is it an American Pickle?
It's an American Pickle.
The Borat threw me so much because I stuck with reality.
I know,
TV.
but if you think about it,
right,
and then
gefilte fish out of water.
Gefilte fish out of water.
Such a good joke.
A++.
So good.
So there you have it.
Also, we just talked about this movie being great.
This is the
week.
I know, and by the way, I didn't have this one planned.
That's so funny.
Last week when we were talking about it, I immediately went through the reviews and I isolated
Those
a
are
few.
so good.
So this is the game. The official.
I like this game.
The official KoiCast Letterboxd game.
Yep, I like this.
AKA Letterboxers. I would like this game to dominate your friend circles.
Yep, make it so.
You have to be a little strategic.
With
I will say,
questions, and get progressively more.
And I will say, obviously, a lot of reviews just give away the plot. So feel free to omit a word or change a word to change the character. But I love it.
That's such a good game.
This is what I want. This is what I want. All right. I want listeners, whether it's through our through the Discord community or on Twitter, who do you want Koi Jandro to play this game against? Okay,
let us know. Tag me.
I would love to have another person out there who is a movie nerd.
Yeah,
who you think would crush a game like this to bring into studio for Koi to face off against. And for me I'll prepare it and and I can even take suggestions of movies to do from the audience.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Don't say those on.
Don't tell me that.
You'd have to send those to me privately.
Yeah. Email. Contact at koicast.com.
Yeah. Or just send, stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. But yeah, so there you have it. There is the official KoiCast Letterboxd game.
I like this a lot.
Trademark, Dragon Wagon Radio, Jake Lloyd Bacon, KoiCast.
I love Juju on. He's very good at movies.
What do you say?
Juju, remember?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
that'd be a good challenge.
That could be really good.
Yeah, and he's just newly on Letterboxd, so that could be a thing.
Also, it's a little tougher because then I don't know whether they've seen it or not.
No, that's true.
It will help. That's the other thing too. Is
they need to be on Letterboxd.
Or they just need to. The movies you pick have to be very big. I get to do mainstream movies.
He's literally the movie guy at TikTok. He knows a lot of movies. That was awesome. I like that game a lot.
Yeah. So I think this is. I think this needs to become a staple of the program moving forward. I appreciate everybody listening, humoring us and humoring me.
Yep. If you've gotten to this point, you've humored us because we just played that game for 20 minutes and we appreciate you.
And I hope that you did better than Koi did. You know what? Especially on her.
Man, that broke
I thought the very first one about the most elaborate ad for earpods ever. I thought that was an immediate giveaway.
And it was. And then I disregarded my own instincts.
And then Amy Adams was like, well, I thought it was her, but it can't be that now.
And you were like, now I recognize retroactively you're that chuckle. Like now I know what that was. All right, you lovelies. This was a hot and hotline week. We got a new game here at KoiCast, an official letterboxing game. TM, not us with Letterboxd. Letterboxd, call us. Please do rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts. I'm really excited to hear how you guys like this game. Check out koicast.com for merch. We got shirts, we got mugs, we got masks. Please do join the Patreon. We'll be doing all sorts of art discussion on the Patreon, talking about all of the movie, TV, plays, music, everything we've enjoyed the week prior, and follow us on social media using hashtag KoiCast. I'd try to check that hashtag, but also tag us at KoiJandro and at Jake Lloyd Bacon. The number to call in, like those three fine folks did, is 818-794-0722. That's 818-794-0722, or you can send a voice memo to contact@koicast.com. We'll be back next week with more news. And until then, send in all those recs for more letterboxing.
Or just play it with your friends and tell us how it went.
Yeah. I'm really curious.
We're workshopping this.
This is the beginning.
I'm going to start a Kickstarter.
It's going to be great.
We don't need any money.
Don't need any money.
You just need to tell us, we played
how
it.
It went.
And it was really fun. And we did it for hours. By the way, and Alexandra and I have played this game since.
Yeah.
It's the hardest part of it is scrolling through to find reviews, which is why it does help to do a little bit of prep when you know you're going to play it, just to be like, I have a couple.
So send in some stuff, and then in a couple more hotline weeks, we'll do it again.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, you lovelies. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and thank you, as always, to Letterboxd for existing.
In the mid-1960s, the world's smartest TV producers brought together 4 young musicians to create a TV show that was years ahead of its time. I'm talking, of course, about the Monkees. And you, comedy, music, pop culture nerd, probably love the show, but don't realize it. That's why I, Monkees superfan Takuro McCullough, sit down with a variety of guests to watch every Monkees episode and discuss their glory on the Monkees podcast. Whether you're already a fan or have never seen an episode, the Monkees podcast is for you, as we discuss the Monkees phenomenon, hilarious antics, and deep fandom. So check it out at monkeyspodcast.com, that's PAWDCAST, or wherever podcasts are found.
It's Dragon Wagon.